man walking calmly down the street with a weapon is named Timurbek Mancharov. He is just minutes away from his university campus. Tama is unmoved inwardly. He only wants to execute the plan he has been preparing for months. In the picture, Tama's steps are decisive. He has already made up his mind. No matter who, as long as they stand in his way, they will be killed by him without hesitation. So I trust boiling trainer. The fight to come back up. In Perm, Russia, 18-year-old Tama is in the final stages of applying for a firearms license as a university student. At this time he is in the gun permit process, the crucial review stage. That is, psychological tests and assessments. This assessment will determine whether he is eligible to legally own a gun. And this result will also completely change his destiny. Before undergoing the evaluation, Tama looks like an ordinary young man with a calm expression. There's nothing out of the ordinary. However, beneath the surface calm lies disturbing signals. His interest in violence is growing deeper. His social media posts are also full of hits, revealing his strong obsession with shooting incidents. Next, the examiners begin to carefully examine his background and assess his psychological state. Questions are thrown out one after another, but Tama remains calm throughout, skillfully concealing his true thoughts without revealing any flaws. The evaluation finally concludes. The results are revealed. Tama successfully passes the test. This news not only changes his destiny, but is also destined to take many innocent lives. After obtaining the gun license, he was one step closer to the tragedy he had meticulously planned. The next goal was to purchase weapons. Tama walked into a gun store. The whole process seemed like an ordinary transaction, but in reality, it was the start of a disaster about to unfold. After purchasing the weapons, he returned to his daily life. Everything seemed normal on the surface. However, beneath the calm exterior, yet, he carried an imperceptible heavy burden within. Even so, he still maintained his daily routine of life, as if nothing had happened. The day before the attack, Tama made his final decision. He wrote a manifesto, a cry filled with despair and resentment, and published it on social media. The unsettling atmosphere revealed in his words, clearly reflecting his increasingly twisted psychological state. One passage reads, "I hate myself, but I want to hurt everyone who gets in my way even more. The buzzing in my head is getting louder and louder. It's like being clamped in an iron grip. This feeling won't go away. As if the whole world is just a dream." This chilling confession was clearly displayed on social media. His classmates saw it, but no one cared. They thought it was just a casual vent, or just a thoughtless cry for attention. No one was alarmed, and no one took action. No one realized that the quiet, almost unnoticed young man was revealing his true intentions within the lines. It was meant to be the final warning, clear and direct. But just hours before the attack, he was completely ignored. The next morning, Perm National University was as usual, with the campus orderly. For most people, it was just a normal day. But for Tama, it was the moment he had been waiting for. However, surprisingly, that morning, Tama had once decided to abandon the attack. He placed the shotgun and bullets neatly on the table, and he himself prepared to go to class as usual. Surveillance cameras recorded him walking towards the school. Everything seemed no different from usual. However, at a certain moment, he stopped. Then, without warning, he turned and went back towards home. When he appeared in the picture again, Tama was already fully armed. And in the next few minutes, this ordinary morning would turn into a nightmare. future is on the opposite side. You were infuriating at the time. And a bow tie. After entering the campus, Tama dropped some of his equipment. He put on his helmet. He picked up the shotgun and began to execute his plan. Soon, the first victim appeared. 19-year-old Yaroslav Aram. Seeing Tama walking towards him with a firearm, he immediately collapsed on the ground, frozen in fear. His face was filled with terror. He was holding a trembling phone in his hand. Tama stopped. He gave him a cold glance, and without hesitation, pulled the trigger. Then he continued forward. "66-year-old Tatiana fell in the chaos. Panic-stricken, her limbs were weak. She couldn't get up at all. He struggled desperately to move to a safe place, but it was all too late. Tama stopped. Standing behind him, he coldly raised his weapon, aiming at his head. He then pulled the trigger without hesitation. Soon, 18-year-old Ksenia and Yekaterina ran into Tama. They immediately turned and fled, but Tama pursued them relentlessly. A few seconds later, with several gunshots piercing the air, the two fell in a pool of blood. They knew Tama. They used to attend classes in the same classroom, but now they became victims of his gun. Then Tama continued to search. Soon he encountered the next victim, Anna Agitina. Anna taught at Perm State University. She had been Tama's academic advisor, mainly responsible for helping freshmen adapt to university life, guiding course selection, and answering questions about academics or life. However, poor Anna didn't know what was happening at this moment. She was preparing to go downstairs as usual. Gunshot. Anna didn't even have a chance to escape. And just like that, she lost her life. At this moment, Tama already knew the police were on their way. He had to carry out the final stage of the plan, which was to enter the classrooms, to find those hiding students. At this moment, the students could only do their best to block the classroom doors, hoping the police could arrive as soon as possible, to end this nightmare. Then, just as Tama was about to force his way into the classroom, a miracle happened. A large number of police arrived on the scene and confronted him. Faced with the suppression of armed police officers, Tama had nowhere to run. Gunshots rang out. He was brought down on the spot. He lost the ability to resist. Afterwards, we learned that, although 18-year-old Tama was not in life-threatening danger, his injuries were severe. During subsequent treatment, in order to save his life, doctors had to amputate one of his legs. The incident resulted in 6 deaths, and 28 people were injured. This included many students and faculty. This bloody attack shocked the entire nation. All sectors of society called for severe punishment of the perpetrator. The suspect's mother, Natalia, said afterwards that she was very shocked, because her son was an idealistic child, with a calm personality and a loving heart. And he loved pets, especially cats. He always helped me with things. I believe he never drank alcohol, nor did he smoke. He emphasized that his son had no aggression or psychological problems. He also mentioned that he read many military-related books, especially about Syria. His father had been there. The prosecution demanded that Tama be sentenced to life imprisonment. In court, he admitted to all the crimes in court, and expressed remorse, asking the court not to sentence him to life imprisonment. But the court ultimately rejected his request. The sentence remained life imprisonment.